Salut Romania, or let's say hello and welcome here at the live webinar of Saxion University of Applied Sciences. I'm very pleased that you're watching, especially you are perhaps logging from your account in Romania. Today we would like to tell you a bit more about our university, and I will start with telling something about Saxion, something about what is exactly a University of Applied Sciences. Then I will share some practical matters like how much money do you need and what do you need to pay to our university. And then I will give the floor to one of our Romanian students, Oana, and at the end I will tell you something how you can apply to our university. Well, first of all, as you know, we are based in the Netherlands. You will find us on the eastern side of the Netherlands. If you look at the small map that you will see in this slide, you will see that we are based in 3 different cities: Apeldoorn, Deventer and Enschede. All of these 3 cities are more or less regional cities. It's a very safe environment and about 100 up to 150,000 people live there. As you may know, we are a very small country. Like if you take the train to Amsterdam, our capital, it brings you there at least in 1.5 hours. But one of the main things, if you come to the Netherlands, you may notice that we are a highly densely populated country. I just looked at the statistics. In Romania, you have 84 people who live on 1 square kilometer, while in the Netherlands it's 450 people who live at 1 square meter. Sorry, I'm just going to the next slide. I just want to show you how, one of the main cities where you will find us, this is the city called Deventer. It lies on the river IJssel. Here you will see our campus. It's located very close to the railway station and to the city center itself. And here you see a new wing that we just opened last year. In the campus in Apeldoorn, we offer the English-taught program of hotel management in a very nice historical old building. And the city of Enschede, where most of our international students study. In total, we have there about 13,000 students, and they study in different buildings, but all located on the same campus. And I just show you randomly some pictures to give you an impression how our university looks and what kind of facilities we have and what we offer to students. Well, over here you see that we do not only have classrooms, but we also have facilities where you can sit down, maybe relax or have a chat or have your lunch, but also places where you can work on your assignments, because you have a lot of self-study, but also a lot of group assignments. This is one of the main or the key things that we offer as a University of Applied Sciences. And besides offering education, we also have a lot of creative studies where we need other facilities like a video or conference room, or for example here you'll see some of the studios that we have. Well, something about a university. If you come to the Netherlands, you will see that most of the universities are public universities. We are established a very long time ago, in 1875, and nowadays we have about 24,000 students. Once you decide to come to Saxion, it means that you are part of an international community. So studying in the Netherlands doesn't mean that you will study only with Dutch students. You will be part of a classroom with many different nationalities. In total, we have more than 70 different nationalities at our university. And I think this is very important to explain the difference between research universities and universities of applied sciences. If you decide for a university in Holland, it's very important to know this difference. First of all, if you go to a research university, you focus more on an academic career. You do scientific research and it's very much theory-based. Instead, if you go to a University of Applied Sciences, it's more or less hands-on. So not only theory only, but also your skills and your competences are very important. So our education, and if you look at our bachelor programs, you will have at least 1 year of work experience within a bachelor program of 4 years. And you will get this work experience, internships, and your final thesis. So over here you will see some examples of companies where you can go to and where you can work for 1 semester. And a semester means 5 months. I also was a student of Saxion a couple of years ago. I was a student of International Business and Management Studies. And for example, I went to Cape Town, South Africa to do my internship. And I went to Bucharest in your country to do my final thesis. And this is really what you see with most of our international students. They won't stay for 4 years in Holland. And we stimulate students to go abroad for an exchange semester or for your internship. Well, maybe some of you, because you know already something about Saxion, because otherwise you're not here and watch our webinar. Over here you will see an overview of our bachelor program. So I assume that you already took a look at the offers that we have for students who come straight from high school. I will not explain each bachelor program because then it will be a very long webinar. Don't feel free to be in touch with me or with Oana, because in the last slide of this presentation you will find our email address, and we are more than willing to give you any advice if that's necessary. And also I mention a link in this slide where you can find an overview of the programs and where you can also download the study guide. Well, something about the social activities that we do, because we think once you decide to come to the Netherlands, it's important that you have a good time here. And that doesn't mean only your studies, but also your social life. First of the things that we organize for new students at Saxion is that we can link you to a buddy. A buddy is a student from Saxion, an international student, and in your case it can be even a student from Romania. And that person will pick you up from the railway station. That person will guide you in the first weeks that you are here. And he can give you advice, for example, where to do your shoppings, how to find a bike, which bars are the best place to have a drink. So it's very, because in the beginning when you come here, you have a lot of practical questions. And besides that, we also organize many different excursions for international students. So we, for example, last weekend, we went to the Keukenhof in the Netherlands, where you see a lot of flowers and tulip fields. And during Christmas, we make a trip to Germany to visit a Christmas market. We organize movie evenings. So we do this especially for international students, in order to give you the possibility to meet people from different countries. Then something about the practical matters. First of all, the tuition fee is a fixed fee for all the students within the EU. It's 1,906 euros per year. You can pay this all at once, but you also have the possibility to pay this in installments. Installments means that you pay it in 10 different periods of time. And the first installment will be in September, then in October, November, etc. So then you don't have to pay it all at once. And then I know, and maybe some of you know this already, because maybe you know some students who study in Holland. The Dutch government offers possibilities for students to apply for a loan and to apply for grants. I will try to explain this in a nutshell, so I hope you all understand it. I will start with the tuition fee loan. Each student of a bachelor or a master program can apply for this loan. It means that you get 152 euros a month from the Dutch government, and you will start to pay back this loan 3 years after finishing your studies. By then, at least the Dutch government assumes that you have a job and that you then have an income in order to pay back the loan that you took once you were a student. Then, and it's very important to get this, to understand this, there is also a possibility to apply for a grant. A grant means it's a gift from the government, I would say, because you don't have to pay it back. But it's very important because we do have some very strict requirements for this. One of the main requirements is that you need to have a part-time job. And it's even restricted because you need to have a part-time job of at least 14 hours a week or 56 hours a month. I have to say, finding a job in the Netherlands can be very difficult. Some students come over to the Netherlands and they really think they have a job immediately in the first week they start here at Saxion. Well, this is not possible for all the students. And also my advice to first year students is, once you come to Holland for your studies, then your studies must be your main goal here. You want to become or you want to get your bachelor degree, at least in 4 years' time. So I think your main focus must be on your studies, and it's definitely possible to find a job and to work besides your studies. But I think in the beginning it can be hard because you also have to adapt to a new environment, to a new university, to a new city. So this can be quite a lot in the first months of your stay here. But okay, if you have a part-time job of these number of hours, you can get the grant and you can even get the additional grant. We will look at the income of your parents, and if it's below 30,000 euros a year, you get the additional grant of 252 euros. So you get more than 520 euros a month. And if that's not enough, you can still apply for an additional loan. And what you get as well is a student card to travel for free with public transportation. Also, if you visit our website, you will find a link to the Duo site. And over there you can find more information about the loans and grant system. Then something about the cost for living, because this is also a very important topic for many students from Europe who decide or who are thinking of a study abroad. The cost for living, well, most of your money you will use that for your accommodation. I think on average you will be able to find a student room which varies between 300 up to 350 euros. We are located in the eastern part of the Netherlands, where the prices for a student room are not that high compared to Amsterdam, Rotterdam or Utrecht. But still, my advice also, if you look for a room, try to find a room already in July or the start of August, because then rooms will be available and it might be difficult to get one in the start of September. Well, and then you see some prices which, well, I asked randomly some of our students to see, okay, how much money do you actually spend on food, on your clothes or whatsoever. It really depends on your own finance and on the things that you may need, but this may give you a good example of the finance that you need if you come here over to the Netherlands. Well, for now, I will give the floor to one of our students, Oana, and she will tell you a lot of information, useful information in the Romanian language. And I will be back to you later on.
Bună ziua, numele meu este Oana, sunt student acum la Saxion University of Applied Science. Studiez design de jocuri și grafică pentru jocuri. Unul dintre motivele pentru care am ales Saxion. O să discut câteva topicuri care v-ar putea interesa. Unul dintre ele este chiar motivul pentru care am ales Saxion și Olanda. Îmi place stilul de viață de aici și faptul că folosim bicicleta ca și mijloc de transport, ceea ce ușurează foarte mult deplasarea. Faptul că nu există poluare, faptul că este mult mai organizat din mult mai multe aspecte. Este o țară internațională unde majoritatea oamenilor vorbesc limba engleză, ceea ce nu va fi o piedică în a întreba chiar și pe șoferul de la autobuz în ce direcție o poți lua. Toată lumea va ști să răspundă la întrebările pe care tu le ai și atunci când întâlnești dificultăți. Avantajele pe care le ai studii în afară. Păi îți poți face prieteni internaționali pe care ulterior îi poți vizita, deci poți vizita mai multe țări. Este un schimb de experiență, este o metodă prin care te poți dezvolta personal. deoarece ești pe cont propriu, nu mai ai sprijinul în totalitate al părinților, nu mai te gândești cum să îți îmbunătățești dezvoltarea personală. Cum arată campusul, facultățile pe care le oferă Saxion, deja Maluș le-a prezentat în mai devreme, deci nu o să revin asupra listei. Campusul este foarte aproape de centru, conține foarte multe spații verzi. Cum arată facultatea? Ați văzut câteva poze mai devreme. Sunt precum acele clădiri internaționale, sunt foarte moderne, aveți parte de foarte multe tehnologii, au Wi-Fi peste tot, deci nu va fi o problemă să vă conectați, să vă verificați mail-ul, să aflați informațiile de ultimă oră, programul, școala are orarul online, puteți să-l verificați oricând, există chiar și o aplicație pentru telefon în care puteți accesa oriunde și oricând. Care este viața de zi cu zi? Păi, viața mea de zi cu zi aici, mă duc la școală, îmi pregătesc micul dejun, nu știu, iau prânzul, majoritatea timpului îl petrec acolo. De ce? Pentru că am mereu suportul profesorilor în cazul în care vreau să învăț mai multe în domeniul în care îl profesez. Lucrez în echipe, deci trebuie întotdeauna, este și un domeniu în care trebuie să lucrezi în echipă. Și întotdeauna pot discuta cu colegii despre problemele care există atunci când facem un proiect. Îmi place foarte mult aici și faptul că lucrăm foarte mult cu clienții. De exemplu, am lucrat la un joc pentru o companie și la un altul pentru un muzeu, care sunt valabile acum chiar în muzeu și oamenii le pot testa. Profesorul îți dă mână liberă să discuți despre statusul jocului, despre orice întrebări ai. Nu știu, este foarte, foarte internațional și te ajută să te dezvolți pe plan profesional foarte mult. Ții foarte multe prezentări, ceea ce te ajută să vorbești liber, te ajută să-ți menții ideile în cazul în care vrei să-ți dezvolți propriul tău business. Este iar o cale prin care poți să-ți îmbunătățești aceste skill-uri. Câți bani cheltui? Asta depinde de fiecare om. Eu cheltui în jur de 500-600 de euro pe lună. Îmi este suficient pentru a supraviețui aici. Împrumut bani de la stat, am împrumutat bani pentru studiu. O să revin asupra unui motiv pentru care am aplicat aici. Este pentru că este mult mai ieftin decât în alte țări și mă refer doar la studiul pe care eu l-am ales, pentru că am selectat câteva țări și Olanda a avut cel mai mic preț în privința studiului și cât necesită să plătesc această facultate, cât plătesc pentru chirie. Ea deja a menționat câteva prețuri, da, chiria poate fi între 200-350 de euro, totul inclus. Poți închiria și un apartament dacă vrei să stai. Este un procedeu destul de mai dificil, să zic, deoarece ca să închiriezi un apartament trebuie să apelezi la o agenție și la agenție trebuie să dovedești că ai destui bani încât să plătești chiria pe lună. Trebuie să faci contract cu apă, energie electrică pe numele tău și atunci este posibil să vorbești în engleză, însă pot apărea probleme și de aceea este mai ușor să închiriezi o cameră decât să închiriezi propriul tău apartament. Desigur, atunci când închiriezi propriul tău apartament, mai intervin diverse reguli, chiar dacă apartamentul este mare, în funcție de zonă, nu pot sta mai mult de 2 persoane. Orașul în care locuiesc eu este Enschede, este un oraș micuț, universitar, care mă ajută să mă focusez strict pe ceea ce vreau eu să fac. Diferențele sunt mari, așa cum am mai spus, sunt diferențe de organizare, este mult mai curat, mai puțin poluat, se merge pe bicicletă. Eu am stat în București și comparând acea capitală mare cu orașul în care trăim noi acum, în care trăiesc acum, pot accesa diferite zone mult mai simplu și, așa cum am mai spus, este vorba mai mult de organizare. Aștept întrebări. Doamna Vornicescu Mariana, întrebările dumneaei sunt: ce facultăți sunt? Facultățile le găsiți în acest webinar și pe website-ul de Saxion. Oportunitățile, ca și burse. În România nu găsiți burse, nu se oferă burse pentru a aplica, iar aici nu se oferă burse pentru studenți internaționali, dar puteți să intrați pe nafic.nl și acolo puteți obține mai multe informații despre burse. Desigur, o să încerc să vă răspund prin e-mail la întrebările dumneavoastră. Cum sunt sălile de curs? Sunt foarte moderne. Când am ajuns în Olanda, am venit doar cu un rucsac în spate, însă lumea este foarte prietenoasă. Am fost la International Office, unde m-au ajutat să-mi găsesc cazare. Experiența mea a fost destul de frumoasă, a fost ca o aventură. În 2-3 zile mi-am găsit și cazare, am reușit să încep cursurile. Am ajuns chiar pe 1 septembrie, un pic cam târziu, deoarece pe 1 septembrie deja cursurile încep. Cel mai bine este să participați pentru a cunoaște clădirea la Open Day. Puteți să participați, să veniți aici pe 25 august, va fi o săptămână de introducere unde puteți aflați, să vedeți cum arată, cum sunt numerotate sălile de curs, există bibliotecă, aveți aveți tehnologia la picioarele dumneavoastră, ca să zic așa, puteți experimenta, se poate face sport aici la prețuri reduse. De exemplu, eu plătesc pe un abonament anual în jur de 70 de euro și pot participa la cursuri de not, cursuri de călărie, etc. Dar mai multe informații vă pot oferi pe mail sau puteți cere e-mailul unui reprezentant de la Saxion și cu siguranță vi-l va da. Vă mulțumesc frumos! O să dau cuvântul colegei Maluși.
Okay, thank you, Oana. The last part of this webinar, I will try to show you a bit more, or at least to give you more information about how to apply to one of the programs that we offer here at Saxion. First of all, you need to know, of course, our entry requirements. What we do, if you apply to one of the bachelor programs, we will look at your high school diploma. You need to have the baccalaureate. I hope I pronounced it right. Then, what we do, we will look at your grade for English. If you passed your English at your high school, then you're eligible to start. If not, then you need to do an IELTS or TOEFL test. But from the experiences of last year, I think 99% of the students meet the requirement based on their final list of their high school. If you go to the website saxion.edu/entry requirements, you will find more detailed information for each of the bachelor programs. But what kind of steps do you need to take in order to apply? Well, first of all, it's important to find out what is the program of your interest. I think this is really the most critical moment, because finding the program of your interest might be a difficult choice. That's why my advice will be visit our website, try to connect with some of our students, some of our Romanian students like Oana, but we do also have Romanian students in other bachelor programs. Ask them what ask them about their experience. What do they like? What do they don't like? To get really the right expectations of a study at Saxion. Well, if you know what you would like to study, you can apply online, and you can do that first of all, and then you go to step 2. You go to the website studylink.nl, and over there you apply to our university, you give in the study choice, and once you finish the application, you get a username and a password. And you need this username and password to sign in to the SIS portal of Saxion. The SIS portal we use that portal because it's a tool for us where you can upload all your documents, like your motivation letter, like your degrees. So basically this is what we need to give you the final admission letter. I have to tell you that it's not necessary to apply by your own. You can help, well, at least you can ask for help to one of our local representatives. We've got many representatives in Bucharest, but also outside Bucharest, who can help you with your application. If you want to know which representatives we have, send me an email, and you will find my email address in the last slide of this presentation. So if you look at the Saxion portal where you have to upload your documents, well, this is the main menu, and then you go to Overview Applications, which you see in the first box. We just show you the next slide. Over here, you will see an overview of the kind of documents that we will need from you. A couple of documents might sound logical. Maybe not the first one, because we need to have a passport photo from you. We need to have that picture in order to issue your student card. Other things is a scanned copy of your passport or your ID. We need to have your final grade list. We need to have your high school degree. And normally those official documents, they are issued in the Romanian language. That's why we always require an official translation into English. And also our local representatives can help you with that translation. And if you apply to a program like hotel management, art and technology, or game creation and producing, we also have an intake. That intake means that we first of all invite you to a Skype interview, and for art and technology and gaming, we also ask for an online portfolio. We need this online portfolio to see if you are a creative student. So it's up to you to show us your creativity by means of pictures, drawings, sketches, video, or games that you have made in the past. And then for game creation and producing, we also have an assignment. If you go to our website, you will find more detailed information about these intakes. Well, this is again how the SIS portal looks like. You will see that you have got 7 steps that you need to accomplish. It's very important to finish also the last step, step 7. This is what we see, what most students or applicants forget. It's important to submit your application, because once you've submitted your applications, my colleagues from the student registration office, they can process your application and make sure that you get your admission letter. We do have a manual which explains everything step by step. You can find it at the link saxion.edu/application manual, and you will see this link also in the slide below. Then, if you, this is the end of the presentation or the end of the webinar. First of all, I would like to thank you for watching the webinar, and I have a question for you as well, because we would like to receive your feedback. We want to know if we shared useful information or maybe even missed some information. So if you go to saxion.edu/Romania, you will see a feedback form, and we would really appreciate it if you will fill it in for us. And below you will see my name, Marloes, and also Oana. You will see our email addresses. So feel free to be in touch with us if you have some personal questions or you want to have more information on one of our programs. So for now, I would like to thank you for watching the webinar, and we hope to welcome you here in September or maybe even next year. And for now, I wish you a lot of success at your high school, and also a lot of success with your final exams. Thank you for watching, and see you soon. Bye bye.